Finally at 6, does the warm weather have you thinking ahead to some summer projects?
In this trip back down the Pennsylvania road, Mike Stevens takes us to 2002 and introduces us to a man dedicated to fixing a boat.
If you were new to Rick Simmons' neighborhood in Nescopec, you might wonder what's under the blue tarp sticking out from the garage. Rick has a photo shop in Berwick, and though he brings work home, certainly not this much. It is actually a place where Rick works quite a bit. Boats do need a lot of work, you know.
I had figured from November, after I built that shed, from November until probably June, maybe July of the next year, I figured I'd maybe be sailing.
That was November 1999, friends. The 24-footer may have looked good when Rick and his wife bought it, but it had problems deep down.
A boat has a personality to me, and we became very attached. It handles beautiful, it rides the waves beautiful. It's a very nice handling boat. It was neglected.
It had a lot of areas that needed a lot of work, lots of equipment that needed updating. For sure, it would be a challenge to fix up. But for some of us, the challenge is part of the fun of living. The engine came out and was sent off for rebuilding. It looks nice, and it will have an equally nice home to go into, one that's clean and neat. We should also tell you that Rick is not a trained boat builder, but he asks a lot of questions and works slowly.
I don't have any power tools, which I'll show you in a minute. I just got hand power tools. Everything is done by hand.
So slowly but surely the work progresses, and Rick thinks it won't be long now. I would remind you he's thought that before. Late summer, early fall, he thinks, for a launch date. Then it will be behind him, but he'll have one regret.
I would have done a 40 to a 48 footer if I was going to spend 3 years.
Well, there can always be another boat. Mike Stevens, News Watch 16 on the Pennsylvania Road.